We're here at the 5th Pan-Commonwealth Forum on Open Learning. I'm here with Sir Graeme Davies, Vice-Chancellor at the University of London. Good morning, Sir Graeme.
Good morning to you.
So Graeme, tell me, the University of London and the Commonwealth has had a long and happy relationship. Could you give us examples how the university is partnering with other institutions in the Commonwealth?
Well, we have many partnerships which take place between the individual colleges of the University of London, all 19 of them, and universities and colleges all over the Commonwealth and elsewhere. But from my point of view, the most important relationship is the relationship through our external system. And there we continue to provide distance connections and distance education in, at the present moment, 180 countries, all of the countries of the Commonwealth. And we have about 100 courses. We have more than 45,000 students, and we are working in the same style and with the same commitment as we did in the past. We partner with institutions in home countries. Within the Commonwealth recently, the first private university to be given university status by the government of Singapore was one of our partners with whom we have been working for a great many years, the Singapore Institute of Management University. Outside the Commonwealth, we have just partnered with an institution in Vietnam, and recently the Prime Minister of Vietnam was here and he announced that this is to be the first private university recognised in Vietnam. So we work with educational partners across the world, seeking to share skills, to share commitments, and then to encourage people to develop and become very strong, sturdy institutions in their own right.
Excellent. Ways in which we can achieve universal access to education have been a cornerstone to discussions at this conference. How can universities assist in achieving these goals?
To me, one of the most important things they must do is they must forget their old ways of doing things. We sometimes talk, I think quite appropriately, about the outdatedness of the old chalk and talk approach to education. We have technology. It doesn't solve all the problems, but it provides you with mechanisms to do things you couldn't otherwise do. And it allows the universities to take their education to the people who wish to be educated. And the thirst for being educated is quite clear across the whole of the world, including the Commonwealth. Perhaps I could give you one very important example of how this can be achieved in the most difficult of circumstances. We have 3 students on the island of St. Helena in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, the Southern Atlantic. No aeroplanes, and the boat only comes there every 3 weeks. They are pursuing distance education courses through the University of London, and only last year one of those 3 came to Britain for the first time in her life to graduate with a bachelor's degree.
Oh, interesting. So how is the university still on technology, how is the university embraced new technology in the provision of external examinations? And does the university have any new plans to partner with Commonwealth universities?
Well, we're working all the time with Commonwealth universities and trying to develop our contributions, and particularly we are turning our attention more directly to Africa again. To Africa and India, where the thirst, the demand, the need to build capacity is very, very clear. And they are our 2 priority countries at the moment. We, of course, have a very good virtual learning platform. Like the Open University in the United Kingdom, we have also just switched all our commitment to open access software, this wonderful facility called Moodle. And this is important because being open access, it means that the people at the receiving end get all the service and all the requirements and all the technology and all the software free. And therefore you don't find that the need for large financial resources gets in the way of promoting education, and that's the other part of our most important current commitment.
With this year being the 150th anniversary of the University of London's external system, do you have a message to convey to other Commonwealth Vice-Chancellors and their universities?
It's a small message. The very important small message is you cannot do it on your own. We heard a recent presentation this morning by Bani Pityana from the University of South Africa. And he showed that if you collaborate and if you share the issues and you build upon your experience, then things go more quickly and the prospect of getting it right is much, much enhanced. And that's what we try to do. We work with people, we say, we've learned this lesson, don't make the same mistakes as we did when we were learning that lesson. Take what we've got, customize it to suit your own local culture and social needs, but learn from what others have done, because then you can climb the hill so much more quickly.
Sir Graeme Davies, thank you very much.
My great pleasure.
Sir Graeme Davies, Vice-Chancellor of the University of London,